Now on WISN 12 News.
Appreciate that.
That confrontation making international headlines this morning, and you'll only see it here on 12 News. Governor Christie gets in the face of a Cubs fan at Miller Park.
Foxconn has announced a $10 billion investment in Wisconsin, and today the company will be in Pewaukee to show off its products. What we'll likely learn about the facility coming to our area.
And tensions continue to rise in Venezuela. I'm Sheldon Dutaz tracking this explosion that happened during the country's election. Details straight ahead.
Plus, this weekend's near-perfect weather is sticking around for just a few more days. Can't argue with that.
Yes.
Meteorologist Sally Severson will be in to let us know when we can expect it to end.
Now to that confrontation between New Jersey Governor Chris Christie and a Cubs fan that's going viral.
You'll see it only here on 12 News.
Appreciate that.
It happened at the Brewers-Cubs game at Miller Park yesterday. This video is now all over the internet. An effort to remain transparent, we want to point out that the man is related to 12 News reporter Ben Hutchison that's been involved with this altercation. Ben is the one who shot the video at the end of the confrontation. Here's how the Cub fan says it all started.
When he initially was going up the stairs, I yelled his name. He was already quite a bit past me and probably 30 feet away. I yelled his name and I told him that he sucked.
Well, when Governor Chris Christie came back, Joseph says he called him a hypocrite, and that's when Joseph says Christie got in his face.
He was like kind of kneeing me with his knee, like very clear he was making contact, like, oh, you want to do something, you want to start something here.
Well, Joseph says he understands Christie was probably just trying to watch the game, but believes he has a right to say whatever he wants, as long as it's not crude or profane. By the way, the Brewers lost yesterday's game 4-2. Now they're 2.5 games behind the Cubs in the NL Central. Ahead Morning Sports, Stephen Watson will highlight the game and reaction from the players. Well, yesterday wasn't just a big day at Miller Park, it was also a huge day in Cooperstown.
Yes, the Baseball Hall of Fame inducted its 2017 class. Among them, former Brewers owner Bud Selig. Sports director Dan Needles was there to witness history.
The Selig family will never forget Bud's 83rd birthday. On a glorious Sunday in Cooperstown, New York, Bud was one of 5 new members inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Now, Bud's speech lasted only 19 minutes. That was the shortest of the 5. But in that speech, he talked about his journey from fan to owner to baseball commissioner.
One day a few years ago, Henry Aaron and I were walking back to our hotel in Washington, D.C., and he said to me, "Who could have imagined when we met back in 1958 that one day I'd break Babe Ruth's record and you'd be the commissioner of baseball?" Yes, this really is an overwhelming day in every way. What you've seen here today are a little boy's dreams that came true. Thank you for this magnificent honor.
Bud, you mentioned your 15th birthday yesterday was your favorite birthday. Did this surpass it?
Yes. Nothing could top this. I mean, this is really, I guess, I don't know what else to say to you except it's just a remarkable human experience. Yeah, this is the topper.
Bud Selig's 23-year tenure is the second longest for any commissioner in Major League Baseball history. His Hall of Fame weekend isn't completely done. Later on today, he'll take part in a Hall of Fame roundtable. In Cooperstown, New York, Dan Needles for 12 News This Morning.
Happy birthday to Bud Selig,
Yeah,
huh?
I love it.
What a gift. We're turning now to Weather Watch 12 with another gift for all of us.
Yes, let's check with meteorologist Sally Severson and the Weather Center. We've got a couple more days of nice weather, Sal.
We do. We'll squeeze in another day, day and a half, too, of pleasant weather. Now, there will be extra clouds around for today, especially north and west, but changes this week, there are a few. Precipitation, yeah, more wetter by Wednesday, and certainly by midweek and into late week. Temperatures are going to tumble by Friday, and we will be cloudier overall. We've had beautiful blue sky. Little disturbance pivoting through for now. It'll spread some cloudiness in for us. And at the airport, 68 degrees. Skies are partly to mostly cloudy at Mitchell. We'll eventually look at a lighter southwest wind for today, and I'm going to keep temperatures low 80s for both today and tomorrow. But there will be a few extra clouds, especially north and west for today. Showers if you're driving north north and closer to Green Bay. Tonight, then, most of us will stay dry. We'll look at overnight lows that'll hold in the mid-60s. And then your Tuesday brings another day of sunshine, low 80s, showers, maybe late Tuesday night and toward Wednesday morning. We'll have more on that in just a moment. Andy.
Sally, thank you. Right now, we are following some breaking news from Hales Corners. Emergency crews are at the scene of a house fire near 124th and Edgerton. No word yet on whether anyone is hurt in this fire or what actually sparked the blaze. We have a crew on the way to the scene. We'll keep you posted throughout the morning.
Breaking overnight, a deadly election day in Venezuela. At least 9 people are dead as explosions, wow, like that one, rattle the country. Our Sheldon Dutez, live for us now in the newsroom. Sheldon, this has been all brewing for months now.
Yeah, Melinda, people had been protesting this election for months, as far back as the spring, and then this happened. Cell phone video captured that explosion, targeting police officers who were riding around on their motorcycles, guarding polling stations at the time of this blast. Take a listen. Just heard it. As soon as that explosion happened, you can hear people, it sounds like clapping and cheering right afterward. Now, this type of violence has been pretty common in Venezuela. There has been months of chaos there, and about 125 people have died since April. Well, despite all that, more than 8 million people voted overnight, but critics say that the vote was a sham designed to give the president even more power. President Nicolas Maduro now has the right to remove the country's legislative body and replace it with a new institution. Melinda, that group would have the power to rewrite Venezuela's constitution.
Wow, lots of things going on right now there. Sheldon, what other kinds of problems were reported during this election day chaos?
Well, so the night before the election, one of the candidates was shot and killed in his home, and one of the opposition leaders also killed this weekend. Melinda, investigators are looking into both of those deaths right now.
Very fluid situation in Venezuela. Sheldon, thank you. And dozens of countries, including the U.S., well, they're condemning that vote, calling it illegitimate. Senior officials in Washington say the U.S. could announce sanctions against Venezuela as early as today. Last year, Venezuela exported more than $10 billion worth of oil to the U.S., so sanctions could hit the country pretty hard. That could strengthen public resistance to Maduro, but it would also worsen Venezuela's crippling food and medicine shortage.
We're learning more this morning about Foxconn's $10 billion investment in Wisconsin. The company says part of the reason it chose our state was the opportunity to develop skilled workers through the technical college system. And to celebrate this, the company is hosting a 2-day showcase at Waukesha County Technical College. Foxconn will display its products from 10 to 8 today. Tomorrow, state officials will meet in special session to consider a multi-billion-dollar incentive package for Foxconn. Lawmakers have to pass a bill by September in order for the electronics giant to build a new manufacturing plant in the state. Still ahead, the West Wing of the White House is now under some new management.
Reince Priebus's replacement starts his tenure as the president's chief of staff today. We're taking a look at a few of the challenges ahead of him.
And it's all over the internet this morning. Christie getting into an altercation with a fan at Miller Park. Only WISN 12 is talking with the fan in this video. We hear from him ahead.
ABC